What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Cassandra. Today we're hanging out in my kitchen. The girls have a 4-day weekend this weekend. Our school does that once a month. They have it already up on the schedule where the kids have a 4-day weekend, and their last day for the week is today. Because it is the end of the month, I have almost no store-bought snacks left, and our like homemade snack jars are completely empty, so that means we gotta make some stuff today. Earlier this morning I pulled out some frozen bananas, so we're gonna be making some banana bars so the kids have, we're gonna do that so the kids have quick, easy pull-out breakfast, or just like snacks throughout the day. They can grab a banana bar. I'm gonna be using a banana bread recipe, but I'm just going to be putting it in like a regular cake pan or like a 9x13" pan, lasagna pan, whatever you have is totally gonna be fine. And that way I can cut them into bars, and then we store our homemade treats up here on this shelf, and we have 3 of these jars in various different sizes and stuff that we put snacks in, and the kids know that those jars are free game. They really don't have to ask, they can just grab whenever they want. And then I was scrolling Pinterest this morning because I was editing a video and getting some links for you guys, and my daughter was kind of hanging out with me waiting to get on the school bus, and she saw something that I had in my saves and she wanted me to make those, and they're just these sheet pan sugar cookies. So I'm gonna whip those up today, and then I also want to make some cinnamon rolls. So what I'm gonna do right away this morning is start my bread dough that I used for my cinnamon rolls. So I've got my KitchenAid out. We're gonna get some bread rising, and then we're gonna take a break and kind of reconvene once things are a little bit calmer around here and I've got some things going. So let's start with my bread recipe. I will link my bread recipe, or I'll write it down below, but it's super simple. I tape it here on the inside of my cupboard door. Excuse like all of the eggs up here. I have so many baskets of eggs I have to get through and sort and stuff. My kitchen's kind of crazy this morning, but it's fine. We're gonna start the bread recipe, get my bread dough rising, and then I'll take care of like the kitchen, so that way it's a little bit easier to make the rest of the things we're gonna be making today. So let's go. The only thing I add to this bread recipe is a little bit of ground cardamom. This is what grandma insists on adding to your sweet breads, so I add this. And then I've also started adding in a splash of vanilla extract just to make it not feel so bread-like. It does make it taste sweeter. It gives it that dessert kind of feeling in your bread. And that's what I want when I'm making cinnamon rolls or donuts. So that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna finish mixing this up. I've got all my ingredients in it. I'm just gonna slowly start adding my flour and my water. I am getting ready to move on to my banana bread. I just finished my bread dough. We've got it down here, and it's gonna rise, and those are gonna be our cinnamon rolls. My bread recipe makes 2 loaves every single time, so what I'm planning on doing with the cinnamon rolls, at least right now while the day is young and I'm full of energy, I'm going to be making cinnamon rolls for us to eat, and then a batch of cinnamon rolls to get in the freezer for like when baby comes or after baby. I wanted to get a thing of cinnamon rolls in the oven or in the freezer, so I'm going to try to do that. We'll see what happens. I might just end up freezing the second bread dough recipe, or like, I don't know. But while the day is young, I'm planning on cinnamon rolls, but I'm trying a new banana bread recipe. I'm going to be doubling it. The recipe says that if you plan on making it in a bread pan, or if you plan on making it in a 9x13, which I plan on doing, you should double it. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna double it, get rid of some of these bananas. So let's go ahead and hop in, and then I'll update you guys on how we like this banana bread recipe versus the other one that I've been doing for a really long time. Oh, I also decided I'm not gonna clean the kitchen twice, so I'm just gonna dirty it, and then when we're all done, I'll clean the kitchen. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start melting my butter, and then I am gonna double everything. So 2 to 4 very ripe bananas. How many bananas did I set out? Oh, we've got plenty. 1 large egg. We're gonna use a couple more than 1 large eggs, because I've got them. A couple helpers popped up some chairs and they've joined me, so I might not be filming as much as I originally anticipated to, but I made sure and I double checked the recipe that I did double absolutely everything because I'm known to either miss ingredients or double everything except like 1 or 2 things, and usually they're like the most important things I forget to double. So I went through, made sure that I doubled everything, and I did. So now I'm going to pop it in an oven at 350 degrees for 40 minutes because that's what it says. We're going to rinse out the KitchenAid mixer, and I'm gonna pull up the recipe for the sugar cookie sheet pan thing, and we're gonna get that going. So that's what's up on the docket now. It took me a second to find my recipe again for the sugar cookie bars. That's the official name, but I got it. So we're going to need 2 cups of salt and butter, 2 cups sugar, 4 large eggs, which I'm loving. You guys saw my pile of eggs. 2 tablespoons vanilla extract, 5 cups flour, a half a tablespoon salt, and half a teaspoon baking soda. So I know right away I'm gonna have to run downstairs and grab another bag of flour. And then of course they have cream cheese frosting, which is totally optional. They list a recipe here, but I have a cream cheese frosting recipe that I really like, and it's really super simple. It's a stick of butter, a block of cream cheese, pour in your powdered sugar until it gets to the consistency of frosting, and just a little bit of vanilla extract, and it is perfect. It's divine. It's amazing. If you wanted to during the holidays, I also like to scoop in some melted peanut butter, and you can do a peanut butter cream cheese frosting. That is delicious on top of brownies. Really, really good. You can also add in like things like cocoa powder and different things. There are so many buttercream recipes on Pinterest and so many cream cheese frosting recipes on Pinterest that people have. So good. It's ridiculous how good cream cheese frosting is, but yeah, it's super simple. So we're gonna go ahead and get these going, and this is from togetherazafamily.com, and then they also have the option here where that I absolutely love. Let's see if I can show you guys, but it'll have it so that you can do 1 times the recipe, double the recipe, or it'll triple the recipe for you. And then if you just click like what one you want, it will automatically double or triple the recipe for you, so you don't have to do any math, which I love. So we're gonna go ahead and get this whipped up. So let's go. You made a little hat. This is the start of that sugar cookies batter, and oh my gosh, it smells so good, you guys. It smells so sweet. But we've got this going. All I have to add in is the flour and the baking soda. And then it wants you to, well, it wants you to mix the dry ingredients separately. So I'm gonna do that in a separate bowl, and then kind of add everything in, I guess. But so far so good. It smells really, really good. I wanna eat it. I don't really know if this looks right. It looks kind of wet to me, but it tastes good. So I think it's throwing me off a little bit because it looks a lot different than any typical like sugar cookie batter I've ever made, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm making this in another just 9 by 13 inch lasagna pan. I'm gonna throw these in the oven, and my banana might actually be done, so I might pull those out. We'll see. We'll check those.
I did it, Mom.
Good job, Lakin. We're gonna pop these in the oven, and then I'm gonna go hang out with the kids. I think we're gonna watch Rapunzel while these bake. Oh, the banana bread smells good. Ooh, I'm gonna check that banana bread one more time. Excuse my dirty oven. It's on my list to clean before the holidays. But let's check this banana bread. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, we're gonna pull out the banana bread. My whole house smells like sugary bananas. It just smells divine in here. I can't even tell you how good it smells. I just pulled out the sugar cookie bars. These smell amazing. And right off the top, I'm loving how thick they are, because 1 square is gonna be so filling, especially for my kids who are a little bit younger. So good. Loving that thus far. And of course, my 2 kids that are home snuck or wanted to taste test the banana bread. They're eating it up, so it must be delicious. So I'm gonna wait for these both to cool completely, and then I'm just going to cut them into squares and get them up in our little homemade baked good jars, and we'll be set to go for the next couple of days with just some easy fun snacks for the kids to kind of grab and go with as they please over the next couple of days while they're home, of course. So to make our cinnamon rolls, it's actually really easy. All you have to do is put a little bit of flour down on your counter. That's just to prevent sticking. Go ahead, grab your rolling pin, roll it out. If you don't have a rolling pin, I've also used a mason jar or a cup, and that works just as well. Then what Grandma told me is you gotta slather it with butter. And once you think you've put enough butter on, put more butter, because that's the right amount. Same with the sugar and same with the cinnamon. You gotta layer it on, and once you think you've put on enough, you put on just a little bit more, and then that's gonna be the right amount. So I just listen to Grandma because Grandma knows. Grandma's been making cinnamon rolls for like 50 years. So I'm going to take her advice on this one. And then you're just going to start rolling, kind of pulling and rolling, pulling and rolling, making sure that that roll is as tight as you can get it. And then right here, I'm just pinching the ends of the cinnamon roll to kind of create a little bit of a seal. Then you're going to grab a knife, any knife that you want, and you're going to start cutting out your cinnamon rolls. Of course, I'm grabbing my pan. Make sure you spray your pan. That's important. Otherwise, it'll get really sticky. Layer them in your pan, and it's really as simple as that. Here we go, you guys. I did get 2 cinnamon rolls done, so this is the one I'm going to put in the freezer. These will be great for just to pull out, have a really easy, quick breakfast. I am going to have to let these rise, so I'll probably rise these like overnight in my fridge and then throw these in the oven in the morning. That's how we'll do these. But I'm going to wrap this up, get this in the freezer, so I'm happy that I got those done. They look amazing, so I'm very excited about that. And then these are the ones that I'm gonna rise now, and we are gonna eat these tonight. Oh no, I'm coming unraveled. But I left lots of space in between these ones so that hopefully they'll get like super big and fluffed and rise, and we'll have some like jumbo cinnamon rolls. And we can have these after dinner or, you know, kind of whenever they're done. But cinnamon rolls are best when they're hot, so we'll probably eat these right away. But I'm excited about these. I got 2 batches of cinnamon rolls off of those, which is great. And we're just gonna get those in the freezer. These are cooled off now, so I'm gonna cut these up and get those put away. Here you go, guys. It is a little after 7, but our cinnamon rolls are done. And then I also made the cream cheese frosting that we were talking about earlier. This is gonna go on top of the cinnamon rolls, but it's also going on top of those sugar cookies that we made. And then I've just been sprinkling like right in here. I have a little bit of leftover Halloween sprinkles from last year. We've just been using these on top, and the kids are really enjoying those for a snack, so they had some of those for a snack before bed tonight. But I'm gonna put this frosting in a Tupperware, and then we'll just use it to put on our cinnamon rolls as we're eating them. And same thing with the sugar cookie bars. So that's really easy and kind of what we're gonna do tonight. So I'm gonna eat one of these right now because they smell so good. And that is absolutely everything for today, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. It means so much to me. I love hanging out and just cooking with you guys. It kind of feels like you're doing it with a friend, so it just makes it way more fun. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.